Peter, don't. They say if you watch that video, you die.
Yeah, that's a lot of baloney.
12 seconds later.
What is up, everyone? It's the Natural here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And we are back once again with another TMIR This Month In review. This show that pretty much gives you everything mental, everything insane, everything breaking news that's happened in each and every single month during the year that your boy covers, talks about, and pretty much just makes comedy entertainment for you guys' enjoyment. So, what has happened in the 9th month of the year, that is September of 2021? Arsene Wenger think it's an absolutely brainstorming idea to scrap a World Cup every 4 years and have it every 2 years.
Arsene Wenger has proposed a radical shake-up of international tournaments. FIFA's chief of global football development, the former Arsenal manager, wants the World Cup and European Championship to be played every 2 years.
Yes, Arsene Wenger came out with some intriguing suggestions, let's say, of a World Cup every 2 years. And you may be asking yourself, why is he planning on scrapping a World Cup every 4 years to having it every 2 years? Well, there's a lot of things really. Mainly the number one thing is he wants to scrap friendlies. There's a couple of other things he wants to do as well. I think he also wants to give some of the lesser countries a chance of hosting the World Cup, which, to be perfectly honest, the next World Cup in 2022 is in bloody Qatar, and they're not really a football nation, more, massive oil nation. And we all know, I'm not even going to start a whole row of how Qatar got the World Cup, and it's completely already effed the whole football schedule in terms of it's not going to be played in winter, yada yada yada. Also, in the next World Cup after Qatar, we're going to have a 32 team to a 48 team. So that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But going back to Arsene Wenger's proposal of a 2-year World Cup, I'm against it. And I tell you why I'm against it. The players, the fans, and most important of all, yous, the viewers. The fact of the matter is they haven't took into account that fans have to travel, they have to travel mountain of miles all over the world to go and watch their team play. England fans and Brazilian fans and Spanish fans and French fans, hell, even Irish fans have to travel all across the fucking world to go and watch their team play. And then the costs for hotels and food and all that, travel and all that. You think having a World Cup every 2 years, it'd be impossible. And during a global pandemic, where small businesses are falling apart, it just doesn't make any sense. And there's nothing wrong with the World Cup as it is. There's nothing wrong with 4-year World Cup, 32 teams. There's nothing wrong. No one complained about having a World Cup every 4 years. Nobody complained of having 32 teams in the World Cup. Nobody has complained about the World Cup apart from FIFA, who literally want to just change things for the sake of changing things for money. And that's all this is all about, money. I don't care what people say. Oh, FIFA are trying to do what's best for football. They don't give a shit about football. They care about making the most out of money altogether.
Perhaps.
Fact is, I think there's more problems going on with FIFA than making a 2-year World Cup. They should single-handedly do more for racism, do more for discrimination, do more for mental health, Do more for inclusion and equality for women footballers as well, if they don't do it at all. Maybe, just maybe, clean up your own mess, FIFA, before making up another mess.
Are you moving?
Yes! Yes, I am! You see, you mock people who like winching and stuff, but don't tell me you're not enjoying this.
Here we go.
Clarkson!
Hammond! Hammond! Where are you? I'm going to kill you!
The next morning, the peaceful stillness was shattered by the cry of a distressed animal.
Clarkson! Clarkson! Where's my roof? It is incredible how much power you can get out of a little tiny electric winch. Then you think, is he having some sort of winch fantasy?
Yeah, I'll turn him off.
James didn't take the news well.
Look what you've done to my bloody shed, man! Clarkson! I know it's you, you insufferable oaf. I'm on the bloody throne.
You're swimming like an old woman.
I don't like being in the bloody water! Fact! I'm not comfortable, I'm from Birmingham.
I decided to ignite my collapsed sun.
Right.
Clarkson! Jeremy, you need to stop. You're going to pull me into the shelter.
They're all designed to go off-road, and yet they couldn't be more different.
Jeremy, you're pulling me through the building.
Hammond, you idiot! You've reversed into the sports lorry! No, you've broken my lorry. You've broken it. Don't just drive off, Hammond! Hammond! Hammond!
Patient to hospital.
Hammond, you blithering idiot!
I'm driving this limousine.
Clarkson!
People
Jeremy!
who want to feel better about themselves.
You have a small fear.
Oh, shit. Hammond, you moron!
Well, I couldn't do anything. I got no steering. I was
Why
talking.
didn't you tell us?
I was yelling on the radio. You pulled me
This
through
family
a
has
building.
loved this car since 1991, and you turn up from bloody Wales or North America or wherever it is you've been, and you've already ruined it.
What is that?
That? It's my ladder.
You bought something you can't get into or out of without a ladder.
It was very high up.
Oh, for God's sake! James!
Is that it?
He's done the whole bloody lot. It's 25 acres and done it in 25 square inches. May! You're gonna die! I'm gonna feed you into your own machine!
I have an origin story to share with you guys. Have you heard about the man who quit his job and put it all in to work with one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform in Logan Paul?
That's the job. What a job!
This young dude thought it'd be an amazing idea to quit his job to work for Logan Paul. Now, I would sit here and say this right now. What the hell were you thinking? Like, what was going through this dude's brain of, you know what? I'm going to quit my job and put it all on the line to work with Logan Paul. Now, I just baffled by this, and to be honest, I've been head scratching this story for the past couple of days, and I still can't understand what? Like, what? There's a whole lot of stories going around about this guy had 100 grand a year job. I'm not buying that, because I swear to God, this dude cannot quit 100 grand a year job to literally go to a random stranger. I don't give a damn what people say. Logan Paul, yeah, he's a big massive name, but he's a stranger. This dude doesn't know him. He doesn't even he has never met him before. And yet you're going to put online to meet a random stranger because what? He's a big name? What the hell? It's like this guy literally woke out of, like, he had this amazing dream. You know, him sleeping in his little bed with his cuddly little toy, you know, and saying, you know what? Just him sleeping like this. You know, they had dreams and aspirations.
Oh my God, if I quit my job and work for Logan Paul, I think it'd be incredible. Maybe I should do that.
And then he woke up with a guess, oh my God, yes! That's what I'm going to do. Like, really, kid? Like, really? What was that? I don't know. There's a whole video going around of him literally, you know, going up to Logan Paul saying he quit his job, and Logan, I'll give credit to Logan. He did, you know, dealt with the situation very maturely, and I would say this is Logan Paul probably a few years ago. I don't think he would have, so he's a different person, Logan Paul, and I have to give him that. As much as everyone still doesn't like him, that's fine. Me, he's starting to grow on me a tiny bit. A tiny bit. Top tip of the day, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to quit your job, make sure that the next job you're getting, you are 100% confident, 100% legit know that the job you're taking is there, just there, waiting to go. Portland have a new bridge, and they have called it Hi Diddly-O, Ned Flanders.
TV respects me. It laughs with me, not at me.
The Simpsons has long gotten inspiration from Portland, and now Portland getting inspiration from the long-running TV show. The new pedestrian crossing in Northwest along Flanders has officially been renamed the Ned Flanders Crossing. Plaque unveiled at the...
And I'm pretty honest, what's more bonkers? The man quitting his job to work for Logan Paul, or this story? I'll leave it down to you guys in the comments to say that one. But Portland have renamed their bridge Ned Flanders. And you've been me asking yourself, why the blimpin' Jesus would they think of doing that? Well, they did this because Ned Flanders is such an amazing neighbour. Such a, you know, positive outcome out there, you know, so much positivity through his veins and his little mustache. And they think Portland needs a little bit of positivity, and that's why they did it. This is what the community of Portland pretty much said to Ned Flanders being on the name of the new bridge. The bridge was originally named Flanders Crossing when it was opened in June, but renamed to encourage Portlanders to be kind to one another, much like the character does in the show. You know, it's just sort of mad, but cute. That's what you could say this story really is. So this got me thinking really, if Ned Flanders can be the name of a bridge, could other Simpsons characters have names of things? Could Homer Simpson have his own donut named after him? Could Lisa Simpson have a saxophone named after her? Maybe. Probably. And my personal favourite, the rich Texan on the Grand Canyon shooting it up Texan style. Now that would be one hell of a damn photo that you take in the Grand Canyon, just seeing a big rich Texan shooting it up. That would be amazing. It would never happen, but it would be amazing if they did. And our final wholesome, positive story of this month is a baby elephant calf got rescued after being adopted.
A baby elephant was rescued in southwest China after its family abandoned it. Wildlife officials found the 6-day-old pachyderm who had been left behind by its herd in Yunnan province. This little one was not in perfect health. Rescuers performed tests on it to determine it had an infection around the umbilical cord. The helpful humans gave the calf anti-inflammatory medication before moving it to a rescue center. But for the survival of an endangered species, it's the best news.
So everybody, that's the end of another video on the channel and the end of another TMIR This Month in Review. If you think that this dumbass kid quitting his job to work for one of the biggest YouTubers, one of the biggest social media stars in the world, is absolutely one of the most dumbest, ridiculous, insane things that you have seen this month, then just lean back and headbutt that motherfucking like button. You can also follow me on my social media platforms. The link, as always, is just down there in the description. I hope you all have an amazing day out there. Stay safe and healthy too. Please like, subscribe. The natural, the punk of YouTube is out.